Welcome back to the channel, folks. I'm your host, Fog. Thank you for joining another episode here on Fat Old Gamers. And today, we've got even more games for the Infinity Game Table releasing this week. Yes, we didn't just have Wednesday's games. We had a game on Thursday and a game today. So very similar to last week, they've broken it up and they kind of do like 2, 1, 1. So we've actually got not just the Ticket to Ride game this week and Teen Titans Go, but we also have the game yesterday, which I didn't get a chance to go through, which was Match 52. Came out at $3.99. It's kind of a mixture of cards and roulette and craps, maybe. Like it's a combination of like different casino games into kind of one, is what it feels like. Then today, we also had that new exclusive game come out, No Cops, Just Robbers, which is similar to, it came out at $7.99, but it's similar to Town of Salem, if you ever played that on PC. Kind of that idea where you've got to guess who the bad guy is. It's a little bit different. It just uses the table as kind of like as a interactive image, I guess, really in the way, and it gives you some visual or some audio commentary of what's going on. You can turn on and off. We'll go through both the games here real fast. Plus, they also threw out a preview, and you just saw it there, of Harry Potter puzzles coming. So that'll be kind of interesting as well. So they're still continuing to promote stuff. You know, we basically covered every game I think that there is. There's a billiards game that they haven't put out yet, so that's obviously coming in the next few weeks. But you know, we'll have to wait and see what other kind of advertisements they start throwing up. So let's jump into the first game, Match 52. So the one thing about Match 52 is it's a little bit weird to grasp, but once I got it, it was really fast. It only took a few minutes to understand it, but I was kind of thrown off when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, most casino games are fairly easy. This one had me caught off guard for a minute, but the one thing that they do have is this annoying consistent loop that just says Match 52, and I'm going to turn it on here real fast. You'll hear the music, and I'll get my mic close enough to it, and all it says is Match 52 the whole time. And that's just over and over and over again as long as the thing's on. So I'm going to turn it off right now, but you can see just the regular settings, sound effects, dashboard, all that normal stuff in the game. So let's look at Match 52. Overall, you have a deck of cards that's dealt out, and it's a couple decks, I would imagine. But basically, you're betting on, if you're betting in the center, and I'm not really going to give the best technical terms, but if you're betting in the center here, you're betting on like if an ace will appear there, or a 2 will appear there, or a 3 will appear there, and your odds or your payouts go up in scale as you get to the king. Then there's another row. So if you get no matches here, there's another row to try that on, and you're obviously able to bet on each one of these individually or pick your favorites. And then it kind of goes down to, you know, very big payouts of like 725 to 1. Over on the left-hand side, you have just more of the general. If you get a match in this row, you'll get a half, 0.5 to 1. If you get a match in this row, 3 to 1, and so forth, right? That's how that one works. There's also hey, no match at all. There's a 52 to 1 payout on that. Then you also have essentially, no matter what row this is in, if you say, hey, it's going to hit an ace, that pays out no matter what row it appears in. Then you have kind of like you do in roulette, where you have black and red. You can bet on the card that will hit one of these and cause the round to stop. And then you can even say, hey, it's going to be a heart or a spade or a diamond or a club, right, in that sense. You have your denominations up here plus your money, and then you can also do your repeat bets, and then your time just keeps counting down until the next round goes through. So it's very much a single player. There's no online play or anything like that, but we'll just throw some bets in here. The best one that I've come up with, and this is just my strategy, is just kind of betting on the last here because of the payouts. You don't obviously have to bet, and then I go kind of down through the payouts on that side, and then that's it. You hit deal, and we'll see. Whoops, I hit the camera. We'll see if we actually have anything that hits for us here. But it's overall interesting game. I've never seen this. I don't even know if this is a real game. I'm not 100% sure. But the nice thing is you can play again. And if you just want to go with the same strategy, you hit repeat bet, hit deal. And then after you, what's the term? You break the bank or whatever, you have no, I guess that's the opposite thing. Once you're broke, you basically just get another $1,000 to go in here, or whatever you're playing with, chips. You get another 1,000 that you can use for the next round. So that's match 52. Very basic, nothing special about it. It is an interesting game. Now, when I say nothing special, there's nothing more to do in the game than you're playing kind of like a casino style game. Maybe something you would, very similar to like bingo and that you watch on, or Macau or whatever it is that you watch on the casino TVs in your room. So let's jump out of here and we'll take a quick look because, again, the next game, No Cops, Just Robbers, is really built for multiplayer. It's not necessarily a single player game. So where did that disappear to on our screen here? I just saw it. Where'd it go? And there it is. No Cops, Just Robbers. Now, this one is, as they state, exclusive to the table. It's kind of built for more of like a table type experience. It's not a game in the sense that you maneuver things around a lot on the screen or anything like that. It's from ThinkUp, was it .info? I think it is. And you can play, so the only options here, you have settings, obviously, where you can turn the audio instructions on and off, and you'll hear those being played, music, sound effects, dashboard, all the normal kind of layouts. For being an exclusive, though, there is no haptic feedback or vibration, which you kind of thought they would have done that being an exclusive game. So you can choose between 4, 5, and 6 players. That's all the options. I'm just going to choose 6 because that's the highest amount. You can hear it kind of explain what you're doing. And we'll just move forward. And basically, you're robbers. Cops are looking for you. You have to go through, each player has to see who they're playing as. Some of them are just regular robbers, but one person is a snake right there. The snake is going to steal the money, and then basically you got to look at what time you're supposed to look at the money. So 5, 6, 4, 7, and the robber's 7, or the snake is 7. Each robber becomes anxious and plans to check on the money. And you can hear it kind of talking through it. I'm going to turn that off for now because I can explain a little bit faster than that goes through. So essentially, when you turn the lights off, the game begins, and everybody's got to put their hands over their eyes or close their eyes until they hear what time, and you know the time by checking the clock. Like this person would be 6, the snake would be 7. That's when you get a chance to look at the money, right? Everybody else is hiding their face, not looking at it. So we're just going to play this. We're going to flip the lights off. And essentially the game begins. You'll hear them call it out, 3 o'clock. There's nobody that was at 3, I don't think. That was at 5, 6. I think these guys were at 7, 8, and this one's at 7. So really, unless you're the snake, nobody does any interaction. You're just looking to see if the money bag is still there. There's 5. So this person would be looking at it 6 o'clock, and then 7. Once 7 hits, I can take the money and move it over into my, move it off screen, essentially. That's how it is. So now I can grab that because I'm the snake over here. The money's gone, and now they have to figure out what's going on. And then 8 o'clock will roll around. Okay, then that's the round is done. Now the money's gone. Everybody's like, hey, who done it? Now you've got to figure it out. And essentially, once you flip the light on, everybody will talk it out and try to figure out what is, or who the robber was, by questioning each other on what the time is and all of that. We'll flip the light on. You get a countdown of 6 minutes, and then you can, fast forward once everybody kind of agrees, right? We'll just fast forward through it. and then you vote by tapping on the robber's card who the snake was. So we'll just say like everybody figured it out, it was me, and essentially it goes in and it says, okay, who's the robber, who's the snake, and are there any accomplices? So we caught him, and that's basically it. That's the game. That's how it's played. There is no like high points or anything of that nature. There's no online play, nothing like that. There are some strategies. Like there can be a person with the exact same time as the robber or the snake of another robber. Like this robber could be 7 o'clock, just like the snake is 7 o'clock. So there they have to kind of just wink and work together, and then that person will try to vote for somebody else to throw it off. So there are some strategies, but it's not an actual video type table game. So it's something different. I don't even know how to explain what it is, but it's an interesting game. Like I said, it reminds me of Town of Salem or what's the one with the werewolves that you play in VR? There's a similar game like Find the Werewolf or Who's the Werewolf or something like that. Those type of games, deduction type games. This one is very simple. Like I said, there's not a lot for the table to be involved with. It's more the players just using it as a visual representation. And it does have the countdown and stuff, but in general, it's a little bit different than what we've come to expect from the table. But I think it's an interesting game to deliver onto the table in a unique way that engages more more local gameplay than it would like an online experience. So not a bad game, pretty interesting. So I thought we'd show that, and we'll just get out of this and call it good. Again, they continue to do the releases. It's really nice to see these coming through. And yeah, 4 games this week, right? That's pretty good. Now my table is actually starting to fill up. It's giving me a warning, like when I go into the setting to say, hey, your table is actually almost full there. So it's kind of getting to that point. And, I don't know. I'm going to have to start deleting games, I guess. And we'll see what else we end up putting on the machine or what else they come out with. But that's about it, folks, for this week. Hope you have a great day. Hope you've enjoyed this. Definitely, if you haven't already, give us a subscribe. Follow us. We'd love to have you stop back. Check out more on the table. We're going to continue to cover each of the games as they come out. And also, if you can, give this video a like. We definitely have a lot of people that get a chance to watch these new games. It's the more the merrier, right? At least see what the games look like before you buy them. Number one. Number two, give feedback in the comments so that other companies, developers, things like that, hopefully run across the video and see that as well. We think it's valuable. I think that they're starting to get a little bit more selection and a little bit more variety in the games, which is great, and can't wait to see what else they bring out for it. So that's it, folks. Again, hope you're having a great, happy holidays, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.